Hello, field faculty. Welcome to your eMedley training. Let's start off with training about time logs. This is going to be one of the most important things that you deal with on a weekly basis throughout the entire practicum year. Hopefully you've logged in. This is your home screen. Please watch the quick links video. This creates the shortcut on your desktop. This will make your life so much easier as it will avoid at least a few different extra steps. Let's jump in here. Today we're going to focus on time logs. I've created a shortcut called time logs. However, you can always get to it the traditional way by clicking at the top on clinical. In this little menu here, this is actually somewhat redundant, these three links. If you click on the eClass Hub, that actually includes the lower two time logs and clinical activity. So it's actually best that if you want either of those options, go ahead and jump right into those. Like I said, though, creating a shortcut on your desktop or on your dashboard is going to be much quicker. In any case, I'm going to click on that hub just to show you what it looks like. It's going to show you time logs and clinical activity reports. I'll talk about the difference both in this video and in the subsequent video on clinical activity reports. Today, we're just going to focus on time logs. So let's go ahead and click that. We'll jump right in. If you were to have clicked your shortcut on your desktop, you would have jumped right into this. Let's take a look at what's going on. You can see it's really busy. In fact, as the practicum year gets going, this is going to get busier. So it has your students on the left-hand side. You can see that I have 3 students, Mock Nate, Carmel, and Lucy Van Pelt. Here it shows you the date of the time log. We're calling it time logs in eMedley, timesheets, whatever word you want to use. There's the time that mock student Nate entered, 8 to 5. The rotation name is not important in eMedley for us. That's more so meant for medical students and nursing students as they go on different rotations. In practicum, as you know, we're there all year long. Field instructor, it's kind of nice to have in front of your eyes that who the field instructor is for each of your students, as well as the agency that they're placed at. It's going to show you then the total number of hours for that specific time log that was entered and the status of the time log. Approved means that the field instructor has approved of those hours. This is what it would look like if for some reason the field instructor hasn't approved the time log yet. There would be a pending status here on the right-hand side. Now, one thing about the eMedley that is going to be nice for you as faculty is that you can edit these time logs very easily and change the status. So all you do is select the particular time log that you want to. You can approve or deny that time log by yourself if you wanted to override. Many of us may have been in situations where a field instructor has left the agency or has just left time logs pending status. You can actually easily go in now, very user-friendly, and click approve or deny and go ahead, and that will change the status. It does have a kind of a redundant screen. When you click approve, it pulls up a window. The reason it does that is that it allows you to enter some optional notes. For example, field instructor left the agency, and that explains why you're approving it. You hit approve in the blue button right there. You don't have to enter the optional notes. It's just added information for if there's ever a question. Hit approve, and that will take us back to the time log. As you can see now, the status changed once the screen is refreshed. Now it does take actually getting back to the screen and then refreshing it in order to then change the status. If you have approved it and go back and find that, wait a second, still has the same status, refresh your browser or go out and back in. Okay, it is approved. Now let's look at another scenario. Let's say the field instructor actually denied a time card. So maybe there was some sort of dispute with the way the student entered the time log or the description of the daily activities. I don't know. It's probably really rare. But let's say they denied it. And let's say that you really kind of were interested in seeing what's going on. You actually can go in and find out kind of what the time card, what it looks like. You can also override that once again by the same process. So you would select the time card off to the left-hand side. This time though, you can open up the action button. Now this action button up in the upper right-hand side is going to be very useful throughout all of eMedley, as it gives you additional options when you select a particular field. As you select that and drop down, it's going to give you the options to either just view the time log, edit the time log, or delete it. So again, a very expanded functions here in eMedley to view, edit, or even delete it if necessary. In this case, I'm just going to view it to show you what's going on. So we're viewing the time log here. We can see the student clocked in and out at 10, left at 3 o'clock. We can also see that they marked that they perform these certain competencies in the practicum during the day as part of their daily activities. This year we've created a direct link and are requiring students to link their practice activities and their practice experience during their day back to the competencies. These are going to be required fields so that, again, we can not only reinforce that link between a description of their daily activities, which they're also required to enter, but also that we can begin to gather some really neat data regarding which competencies are being demonstrated by the students on a weekly and daily basis. And we can then link that to the agency, and we can see the agency, how they are doing with regard to providing an experience, or at least from the student's perspective, the experience of the competencies they're participating in throughout the day. So this is going to be, I think, a really neat look for you to keep an eye on your students, to go into their time logs and view them to see what competencies, but also to look at their description to make sure they're making that direct link, that golden thread, as many of us talk about in our courses, between practice activities and the CSWE competencies. They should be listing out a very brief description of their daily activities that should match with those competencies. So this is going to be hopefully really neat, gather a lot of great data that we can then use to provide the program with additional information about what's going on in the agencies, what additional training we might need, as well as reinforce these concepts with students of making these connections back to between competencies and practices. All right, once you're done, you can override that denial by clicking approve. You can see the thumbs down means that whoever denied it, click that. You can approve it. It'll take you to this window then. We'll ask you optionally, if you want to enter notes, you can enter in whatever you want as far as the reason for overriding this denial. Click approve. That'll take you back to the time card. You can see that you now approved it because the thumbs up it's now green, and you can exit that window. That'll take you back to this time log screen again. As you can see, it hasn't refreshed. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my browser, and there we go. Now it's approved. You can get back to the main menu at any time. That's going to be helpful in here out moving forward in the upper left-hand corner, whatever it is on video. Click that eMedley symbol up in the upper left. That'll take you back to your dashboard, and there you go. It is complete. You've done the first training. Congratulations. Thanks for hanging in there. You've completed the time logs training. I'll see you in the next video talking about clinical activity reports. This is going to help you understand each student, where they're at with their specific hours in their practicum. So see you in the next training.